Hello guys, I hope you are doing well, and this is 27th of August 2019, and here I present you the analysis for today. Moreover, what I'll be doing is I'll be discussing the monetary policy of all the major currencies. I won't come into details of the monetary policy, that what is monetary policy, why it's being used. I'll just give you a glimpse that monetary policy is used, or the report of the monetary policy decides whether the economy has a dovish, by dovish I mean bearish, or a hawkish, by hawkish I mean bullish momentum. Okay, so once the monetary policy after minutes are scheduled or printed upon, what happens is there are some key points that are been given, or there are some key hints given by the officials that tells us about the next steps of the economy. Okay, I'll start with the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, and let's see what they are up to right now. They are up to, like, what they have done. I'll tell you what they have done. On the first thing, they have issued 4 statements. Okay, these are the 4 statements they have issued. The first one is they have a rate cut of 50 basis points. Okay, and guys, as you know, the rate cut, when there is a rate cut, that means that the economy is going through a quantitative easing, or the economy is going towards a dovish side. Okay, then the second thing what they said was they had their focus on the CPI and employment. Okay, guys, remember, whenever you are looking into a monetary policy after meetings, you must have a view and a focus on what is the bank wanting to see. Okay, for instance, or for in this example right now, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand has a focus on consumer price index and employment. Okay, what is consumer price index and employment, you can see in my other webinars. For right now, you can just have an eye that CPI and employment based news of the New Zealand is very crucially important for the direction of the economy. Okay, and then what happened is the previous interest rate was 1.5%, and then it has been reduced to, or cut to, 1%. So this is what it has been doing, and then it gave us a hint that quantitative easing is being done and it can be continued further as well. So what happens now, by looking into all of this, we can have, or we can assume that there will be a negative or a dovish movement of the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. Okay, and the next one is, just hold on for a while, the next one is Reserve Bank of Australia, or RBA. Okay, once this monetary policy after meetings were issued, what options did we get, or what findings did we have? Number one was the banks had a dovish stand. Okay, dovish means bearish. A bearish momentum is looking forward. And then what happened? They said that they can adjust the monetary policy anytime they need according to their targets. Okay, and what were their interest rate? The interest rate was 1.25% to 1%. Okay, decreased or a rate cut. And then they clear cut identified that the quantitative easing is in process. Guys, I will just explain quantitative easing in just in a few words. It is the process applied or carried out by the banks to make everything cheap for the people to take benefit of. I mean, they make money easier to borrow. Okay, and then what happened? The main thing they focused on was labor outcomes are the key to quantitative easing. So one thing that we know for now, for sure, that quantitative easing is being placed in the Reserve Bank of Australia. And what our books and our rules says, once you have quantitative easing, you may expect the economy to be in a very dovish stand, and that's what's happening, continuously happening. Okay, so being bull on this won't make any sense, a proper note. Okay, the next one is safe haven. I won't write something in safe haven, as you guys already know. The interest rates are in the negative side, means that you will have to pay them for getting your amount deposited into that accounts. Okay, and whatsoever these news are, You guys know the trade tensions happening right nowadays in the China and the USD, that is leading the safe haven into a positive territory. Okay, so what happens now is that if you are taking a buy trade on the JPY and a buy trade on the yen, on the Swissy, okay, according to the currency strength, you can make some good money on that. Okay, and the next one is dollar Federal Reserve. What do we have here? Okay, what the first thing they said was we can expect a rate cut of 25 basis points. Okay, fine, we already know it. And the other one is what they said. They said that they are focusing on the consumer price index and retail sales. In my webinars, I've already explained the importance of consumer price index and retail sales and how they both are correlated to each other. You can watch my webinars and understand. In a shorter tone, I'll just say that consumer price index is the index of how a normal guy like you and me is having, like what is the purchasing power of a normal guy like you and me. Are we doing good? Are we earning enough or not? If you're earning good, we will have good retail sales. If you're not earning good, that means we won't even be able to carry out our own basic necessities. Okay, and the interest rate, the third point was the interest rate has been cut from 2.25% to 2%. And the other most important thing, the trade war may strengthen the safe haven. This was the 4 key points we have found from the dollar. Okay, so on the other hand, weakness of the dollar is expected. And euro and pound, what's happening in that? As you guys all know, that from the selection or election and selection process of Mr. Boris, the Prime Minister, what happened is he has ordered the banks and the hedge funds to keep on purchasing pound, and that can be also seen in the court reports. So what happens now is, even after this massive buying, euro and pound is in a negative territory. The reason for that is that Brexit, people are scared of it. They know that the dollar is in trouble, euro and pound is in trouble, so the remaining item is like gold and safe haven. That's what they are doing on that. Okay, on the other hand, what is euro and pound focusing on? They are focusing on their individual growth and employment news. Okay, so whenever you have a euro or a pound news on the growth and employment, you must have keen eye on that, because that news will be market mover news. Okay, it will shake the market bad. And the next one is Canada. And what do we have here? The last one is Canada. Canada will remain supportive despite of possible facing kickback re-escalating trade tensions. What happens now is that Canada, despite of having kickback re-escalating trade tensions, there are trade tensions because in USA and China, despite of those trade tensions, Canada will remain supportive. Okay, it will remain on a stronger side. So what have they said in the monetary policy meetings? They have said the forecast for the fourth quarter of 2019, the fourth quarter is yet to come. They see USD CAD at 1.30, and the forecast for first quarter of 2020, USD CAD is to be seen at 1.28. So this was the overall view of the monetary policy. I hope you guys have understand, and in the coming analysis videos I will be showing you the longer term picture on the technical side. Okay, this analysis is totally brought to you by GTC Markets. I hope you have loved it and understood the main basic or you can say the main strength of what I'm trying to say you guys. And if you guys need any assistance from our side, you can just drop us a message and I'll be more than happy to help you out in that. Okay, have a good day.